Hello. Today I'd like to share some thoughts about responsibility. Responsibility really is part of the new reality. Being responsible means that we're emotionally mature. What does that mean? It means we have the ability to understand and manage our emotions. Being emotionally mature means we have the ability to think before we act or subdue our emotions. Now, when I talk about responsibility, I'm really talking about being responsible for ourselves. What? Say it isn't so. I think most of us have a concept of what responsibility is. However, it might mean different things to different people. But I think most of us are responsible people. We go to work, we pay our bills, we pay our taxes, we take care of our kids, we take care of our children, our pets. That's a responsible person, right? Well, sure. Yet it's only partially right. In the old world, in the old reality, a responsible person was someone who minded their manners, respected their elders, controlled any kind of an emotional outburst, and pretty much put on a face of pretension all the time. That's a responsible person. And while a lot of that might be still true, I think that those of us who are exploring who we are and going deeper within ourselves know that reality contains responsibility that's way beyond that. And I think you've heard this before, but I think in the new world and the new reality, responsibility is really about our ability to respond. Our ability to respond. And there's really two parts to that, and that's what I want to make sure you notice too, is that the ability to respond, think about this now, the ability to respond is separate from the wisdom of what that response is. They're two different things. Both are important, but they're two different things. Responding is a conscious, thoughtful activity. When we're not responding, we're reacting. Now, most reactions come from the monkey mind, from fear, from panic, from conditioning, habit, fear of what somebody else might think. Generally, reactions are not a thoughtful consideration of whatever's going on in front of us or whatever somebody has just said to us. So I think it's important that we incorporate how we respond. That is part of our responsibility. I'd also like to add another perspective on responsibility, and that is that we are responsible for everything in our lives. What? Oh, say it isn't so. Yeah, I think, look, when we are responsible, there is a real learning, a real growing, a real evolution, stepping into the level of understanding that we are responsible for everything we do. That might sound off the charts, but Eastern traditions have been teaching for millennia that true spirituality is a conscious awareness of everything being interconnected to everything else. We are one being. Even our smallest thought, word, or action has its effect out there in the universe. So that everything is inextricably connected. Now that might sound crazy, but when we think about it, when you throw a pebble in a pond, the ripples go on and expand, merge, and grow. That effect continues. When we come to the realization, this understanding of stepping into that responsibility, we see that everything we think, everything we do, everything we say has an effect. Be responsible. Be emotionally mature. Step into responsibility all along the way. Thank Thanks for listening. Aho.